when I was 21, I was doing a doctoral program in comparative literature, and I was what's called ABD. I was basically all but dissertation, which means I had done most of my coursework, and what needed to be done now was for me to choose a topic to write my dissertation on. Now, I was not happy about this. I felt pressure. I was upset. I was angry. I was sad. I was in despair. I had put so much pressure on myself to choose a topic for the dissertation. And my understanding is whatever I chose to do a dissertation on, I would then be pigeonholed. That would be my specialty. That's what I would be hired to teach in for the rest of my life. And my issue was I had a lot of interests. I wanted to write about a lot of different things, and I didn't want to be pigeonholed. On top of that, I felt like every subject that I chose felt impractical. I was like, what difference does this make in the world? I didn't see how this would actually make any change. And so I just was in a slump. I was in a big slump. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I remember the moment in time where that shifted. I was sitting in a room. My brother was right next to me on my right-hand side. And I remember having a thought. I remembered thinking, holy shit. I was the one who said that I wanted to get a doctorate in comparative literature. Nobody ever told me that I needed to get a doctorate. Nobody said that. I was the one who said that I wanted a doctorate, which also means because I was the one who said that I wanted it, I get to say I don't want it anymore. Or that I'm not going to do it right now. And I do remember like squealing and being like shaking my brother and being like, I don't have to do my doctorate anymore. And he looked at me like I was a little silly. He's like, yeah, you never had to. And I was like, well, I'm just getting it right now. And as soon as that happened, it felt like a weight was lifted off. It actually felt brighter in the room. I was so excited. And I actually chose at that point not to complete my doctorate as is at that point. I chose a terminal master's, sent myself off to France, started teaching at universities there, and then continued life. And a couple years later, when it worked better for me, and when I thought about it and realized I actually do want to complete the doctorate, I did it on different terms. I did it in a field that I did feel like it could make a difference. And I did it in a way that I wanted to during a time that felt right. So if you are currently feeling the pressure because of something that you chose, guess what? You get to choose